No one can stop me, I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even made it. I got a plan for the bitches that hate it. Running some bitch.
What is poppin', my people? Really quickly, just want to tell you guys, sorry for no posts Monday and Tuesday, even though I'm making, I think, 2 or 3 of these videos today, which is still Tuesday. So I just want to apologize for that. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the video, but real quickly, you should be getting oh, I'm definitely not playing shipment. It ain't happening. But you should be getting around 2 to 3 videos Wednesday, which I guess if you're watching it is today. So you should be getting 3 videos today, if not 2, and then possibly you're going to get a lot Saturday. Dude, again with shipment, it's getting goddamn ridiculous. Sorry, I gotta move my mic here. My bad. Anyway, I'm gonna hop into today's video topic. So let's get right into it. I'm going to give you guys basically what I think about. Okay, we have to go to a team deathmatch. That is apparent. But as you can see by the title, today I'm really just going to be giving you guys my opinion on whether or not college athletes should be getting paid to play any type of sport in college. It's a very touchy subject, obviously, and it's one that most people either are super heavily opinionated on or are stuck in the middle with. I'm going to give you guys my opinions and why, but obviously, just so you guys know, there are cons to what I think. So I'm going to get into this. Recently, I saw that New York is becoming the first state to, I don't know if it's already began or they are currently in the process of making some kind of law or bill that would allow student athletes to be paid. And then I also saw today that California is becoming the first state to allow players to make money off of endorsements, which is interesting. So basically, I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it, and you can take them or leave it. I'm just going to tell you guys my feel on everything with this topic. So obviously, as you know, if you are a quite gifted student athlete, you will probably receive a full scholarship, or otherwise known as a full ride, to the school that recruited you, or basically the school that wants you. If they want you bad enough, they will pay literally for you to attend college. Now, usually if that player is good enough, they're not staying all 4 years. You know what they're going to do. They're going to take advantage when the time strikes, and they are going to 100% enter their names into drafts, and then most likely be drafted and become a professional athlete in the sport that they play. So really, people are stuck with, I think that's one of the cons that people see, is that, well, these really gifted athletes don't need to get paid because, first of all, they're getting a full ride covered for 1 year, maybe 2 if they're really good and then they're just going to leave the school to go play professional. So why should they get a full ride and get paid? Why should they be paid to go to a certain school? Is basically what some people view it as. Why should they be basically going to our school for free on a full ride, and then the school also paying them to play for them? Like I said before, it is a very touchy subject. One that obviously comes with much controversy. And honestly, it's an interesting one. I do see some people's points that, like I just said before, why would we pay this player to come to our school when we know he's probably not going to stay all 4 years because he's that good? So why would the school give him a full ride and or paying for his college, and then also paying for him to play for the school? Some people don't see the merit in that. Some people just don't see it as a smart plan. But like I said before, honestly, my view is I'm one of those middle people. I agree to some effect, but also you gotta realize that these gifted athletes are coming in to play, but they're just coming in to showcase their skills. Now, do I think they should get paid? I do, because sometimes these student athletes don't receive full rides, and then they end up being really good players that just went under the radar. I think this whole pay scale, pay theory type of issue has to be done with complete with really statistic analysis. I don't think you can have players make the same amount as athletes that may not be as good as others. And depending on what school, what conference those players are playing in, like I said, it has to be statistically analyzed. And it has to be carefully looked at. It could flop if something were to happen where these student athletes were all paid the same amount because they're all Division I athletes. I don't think that should be it. I don't think you should just get a flat rate. Like I said before, it has to be statistically analyzed. But with that being said, with the whole 4-year issue, I do think there is another way you could solve that. Like the kids not wanting to stay 4 years because they're going to enter the name in the draft. I think you could solve that by giving possibly a bonus for each year that student athlete decides to stay with the school. One, I think it'll actually teach these student athletes education about handling money, because it's actually a pretty alarming rate of it's actually a pretty alarming rate of NFL players that go bankrupt after they've finished their career in the NFL, and that's because most of the good players come out freshman year and they enter their name in the draft, and then when their career is over, they don't know what to do with all of their money. I think a great deal of service would come if these kids were given a bonus each year to keep attending that school and keep playing with that school, because then you would also they would also become more educated financially, as if they were being paid that year, they would, if they kept getting paid each year, they would probably learn how to budget their finances more. That's what I believe. Although I'm sure most athletes probably end up getting personal accountants, but again, I think also educating more youth is needed, and I think paying NCAA athletes would be a big part of that. I am all for the equal pay issue, same pay for men's athletes as women athletes. I do think to this law, though, there should be a cap on how much a certain player can get paid, and it shouldn't be a bidding war for a student between two colleges. I mean, I really think that it is something that should be done, that needs to be done. Yes, they're getting full rides. Yes, they are attending the school and then probably leaving them before senior year. But I think you would end up getting better results, more mature athletes, as well as better educated athletes coming out of college after 4 years of education, more knowledge about money. I think it would be something to look into, and I think it should be done. Like I said, it would keep the athletes in school longer. They would get more education. They would learn how to balance their finances better. And I also think that, you know, it has to be done because it's ethical. The student is doing a type of labor, a type of job. Now you may think, oh, well, their job is fun and they're just really good at it, that's why they're doing it. Yes, but if they're good at it, they should get paid to do it. I think that's going to cap the end of my spiel. But like I said, some people don't like this because, you know what, they're going to this 4-year school and the school is already paying for their college. The students are getting checks to pay for their college, but then again, that student isn't going all 4 years, and we know that he's coming to showcase his skills at our school and then leaving. But I think if you add incentives for that student athlete to stay, such as possibly a pay bonus, if you pay that student and then educate that student, we will get a better educated young adults. Like I said, we will get better educated athletes knowing what to do with their finances. So like I said, I do lean in the side of these student athletes should be getting paid. And like I said, I would have equal pay for the same sport, but I believe it has to be statistically analyzed. There needs to be a maximum cap on how much a certain student athlete could get paid. But like I'm saying, but I also think there's a minimum amount that a student athlete should get paid, and there should be difference for each sports. So, like I said, each sport is different, but I do think there needs to be a maximum, a minimum, equal pay between men's NCAA sports and women's NCAA sports. And again, I am talking 4-year colleges. I think pay scale should be a little lower for Division II colleges, but I do still think Division II athletes should get paid, probably not at the same rate a Division I athlete should get paid. And then I believe JUCO players should either get paid very, very little or none at all. It's just my opinion. You can take it either way. But like I said, equal pay between men and women for the same sports. There needs to be a maximum and a minimum, and the pay needs to be analyzed statistically for each player. Each player is not the same. but I do think the maximum and minimums should be equal between men and women's. Whether it be basketball, hockey, anything. Lacrosse, like I said. This is just my opinion. Please feel free to let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. Please like and subscribe if you do enjoy everything I do. All this content I do is to hopefully put out my perspective into this world and show you guys, just how much I want to do content and how much I want to, just grind it out, and support really helps me put out that content. Anyways, guys, that's really gonna do it for me. This was a long one, but these are my opinions, these are my thoughts. I love you all. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. Helps me put out all the content needed. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Peace, my people.
That dope.